Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you a Regulus build that I've been using recently and I really enjoy. It's fast becoming my favourite build on the Division 2. And for those that have watched me for a while now, you know I've stirred away from the Regulus for so long. There's always this joke and debate around what's the best exotic in the game. I always say it's the Eagle Bearer and loads of people say it's the Regulus, and I am a huge fan of the Eagle Bearer. It suits my playstyle more. But I've added the Regulus to my build recently after my viewers kind of basically forcing me, and I've got to say I've really started to enjoy it, and it really is one of the best exotics in the game. So I played around with what sort of Regulus build will suit me, and I've made it to how I like it. I'm going to show you some clips to start off this video, and then we're going to get into the build and show you how I've built it. If you enjoyed the video, please do hit like and share to support it. Subscribe if you're new here today for more content, and most importantly, once you're done here with the video, we have a fantastic gaming community. It's nearly at 24,000 members. Come and check us out. It's linked at the top of the video description. Oh shit, this would be a good time to use this.
There you go, nice.
Oh, I went
That's how you
bad.
do it,
I
Robbo.
went bad.
Nice.
I like that.
Nice.
I've seen that from the back.
So as you saw in those clips, it's really fun to use. The Regulus, to get this gun itself, it is attached to the Iron Horse raid, so if you want this gun you do need to get help with that. Our community is a fantastic place to get that help. You need to complete the Iron Horse raid once to get some projects, complete all of the projects, and once you completed the projects you can complete Iron Horse again to get all of the parts to craft the Regulus, and that's how it works. So again, if you need help, any platform, no matter what you're on, we've got raid teams helping all the time, every single day over in the community. But this is how I've put the build together. Now I just want to tell you how I wanted to do this. Now people in stream were telling me to do it certain ways, but I had to find a way that suited me, and I wasn't going to use the Regulus as the primary weapon. So this was important in making this build. If you're looking to use that as your primary, then you're probably going to want to make this a little bit different. Now I wanted the build to suit my playstyle, which as I've already said at the start of the video is like an Eagle Bearer AR sort of playstyle where I'm using an assault rifle. So I still use that, and that's my primary weapon. But the Regulus is kind of like an added extra bonus to the build I can pull out every now and then, which is quite often, to be fair, just to explode a bunch of enemies. And on the raids, it works very well. I've got used to where I can use it. I mainly use this build on the raids as well, as we'll discuss as we go. But we're going to start with the specialization, and the specialization that I'm using is the sharpshooter specialization. And the reason why we're using the sharpshooter specialization is for this perk here, the breath control tier 3 as I've got it. It gives you 15% increased weapon stability, you get reduced recoil and faster reacquisition of targets, and this really helps when you switch to the Regulus and you want to get that headshot to get the cursor on the head as quick as possible and to improve your chances of hitting the head. With the Regulus you need to be doing that, and what you also want to make sure, depending on whatever specialization you use, is that you have the sidearm damage on there as well for the increased 15% sidearm damage. So moving on to the weapons now. My primary weapon, as I can't use the Eagle Bearer because I'm using the Regulus, is going to be the ACR. It's my next favourite assault rifle. I like the slower fire rate on assault rifles, which is why I'm not using the FAMAS. But you can use any assault rifle that you want on this build. They're all going to work, or any weapons that you want really. My ACR currently has assault rifle damage on it, health damage, damage target out of cover, and I have it with strained. And that's the weapon that I'm using most of the time. My secondary is the Baker's Dozen with rifle damage, crit damage, damage target out of cover, and that comes with perfect lucky shot. And obviously the sidearm is the Regulus. You've got pistol damage, headshot damage, and it comes with the talent Regicide, or Regicide rather. Headshot kills create a 5-meter explosion, dealing 400% weapon damage and applying bleed to all enemies hit. And that's where the fun comes in. When enemies spawn on doors, if you can quickly get your Regulus out and get that headshot, they just all explode and die with one bullet. And it's super fun, and it's definitely addictive, and I'm buying into it. I really enjoy using this gun. It's so much fun. And the build, there's been a lot of playing around with this. Now obviously headshot damage is going to help the build, so we need to stack into that, but because I'm mainly going to be using my assault rifle, I still wanted to have like a crit chance, crit damage sort of build. So I'm going to go over how I've done the build now. This has recently been changed. I was using a Walker piece and contractor's gloves, and we had it a little bit different, but I've gone for free providence instead now because it does increase the numbers a little bit and gives you more crit chance. But you can build the build how you want. You can use a walker piece if you want on the contractor's gloves, but I finished with this. I definitely advise going with the Douglas and Hardin named mask, is the punch drunk mask, because you're going to get 20% pistol damage, which is for your Regulus. It's got weapon damage on there, 20% headshot damage, which helps the build, and I roll crit damage on that with a crit damage mod. The chest piece I'm using is the perfect glass cannon chest piece. I want as much damage as possible, so that talent comes in handy. With the perfect glass cannon, I'm getting 30% amplified damage, but I do take an additional 60% damage. I get weapon damage, crit chance, and a crit damage mod on that piece. My backpack is the perfect gift backpack. It gets perfect vigilance. You don't need perfect vigilance. A normal providence backpack will be fine. It increases total weapon damage by 25%, but taking damage does disable that buff. With the perfect vigilance, it's 3 seconds. With normal, it's 4 seconds. That's the only difference. And on this, I've got rolled weapon damage, headshot damage, crit damage, and a crit damage mod. I got Providence gloves as well, with weapon damage, crit chance, and crit damage on. And with the 3 pieces of Providence there, I've got headshot damage of 15%, crit chance of 10%, and crit damage of 15% also. We've then gone with the Fox's Prayer knee pads because they are best in slot. It gives me 10% rifle damage from a rifle, but I get weapon damage, 8% damage target out of cover, and 12% critical hit damage. And what's important with this build is definitely the exotic Dodge City Gunslinger's holster. You're going to want this. It comes with weapon damage, weapon handling, and headshot damage, but you get the talent quick draw. So while your pistol is holstered, you're gaining a stacking buff every 0.3 seconds up to 100, and that surprisingly charges very, very quickly. And then when you swap to your pistol, your first shot consumes the buff and deals 10% damage per stack. This deals headshot damage to anywhere that you hit as well. So it works very good with the Regulus. You're still going to want to aim for the headshots, because although you get that damage anywhere you hit and you will kill the single enemy, with the headshot on the Regulus, you're going to create that explosion as well. So imagine all that damage with the explosion. That's what makes it so special, and you can just kill multiple lads that spawn out of a door with one bullet. And when you hit it right, it really is a joy. It's so addictive, as I've already said. Really, really addictive. It's great fun. Probably the most fun in the game. It's got to be the most fun gun in the game for sure. And that's how I have my build. The skills don't really matter what you run. I'm always running raids. So I normally have a revive hive, an assault turret on, or a decoy, or something like that. But run whatever skills that you want. And the stats look like this. So with my ACR, I'm getting 47% critical hit chance and 156% critical hit damage, with 130% headshot damage as well. If we switch that to the Baker's Dozen, it's a 42% chance, 173% crit damage with 150 headshot damage. But on the Regulus, you can see that the critical hit chance does drop to 32%. It was lower. This is why I dropped the Petrov gloves, to get that a little bit higher. It's 32% chance of 156% critical hit damage and 185% headshot damage. A lot of people like getting that headshot damage higher, but as I've already explained, I'm using my build a little bit different. My Regulus is not my primary weapon, and I wanted to make sure that the other weapons were still doing it for me. So that's where we are. Now, I've already mentioned I run this build in raids a lot, so the 32% critical hit chance is going to be buffed by coyote masks at all time. I'm at a minimum of 42% crit chance with my Regulus when I'm running with coyote masks, and that can only increase as well with the critical hit damage also. And that is my Regulus build. We've been testing this for weeks in raid streams. Been trying different ways of doing it with headshot damage rather than crits and whatnot. It's my favorite way of running this build. A lot of you have been seeing me use the build in streams, have been asking for it. I've been showing you, but I thought I'd release the video today for it. If you have enjoyed this, do hit like and share in the video. Let me know if you put the build together and what you think of it as well. Be sure to subscribe if you're new here today for more content from myself. But this is now the end of the video. Don't forget to come and check out our fantastic community. So close to 24,000 members now. Come and check it out. It's linked at the top of the video description. Until next time, thank you for watching this. Stay safe and peace out.